Hello, welcome to another video. Today we are going to do something really special. I have a client who wants a very special arrangement for a wedding proposal. So I came up with a very interesting idea of a flower box where we're actually going to put the ring in the box amongst flowers. So these are gift boxes that you can buy at the flower market. I've always loved these. I think they're just gorgeous with the window, this very elegant gray with a gold frame around it. So these boxes have this window so you can see through inside, and they actually, very handy, comes with a liner that fits the dimension of the box, and they even have this pretty platinum grosgrain ribbon attached. So you could put whatever gift you want in here and tie it up and present it to someone. These are wonderful for Valentine's Day, or if you want to bring a gift to someone at a restaurant. I've done that before with this box, filled it with flowers, tied it up. There's not a lot of water, you know, to come out, and it looks like a gift box that you could present without having to carry a vase of flowers with glass and water, you know, to a restaurant. So I'm going to show you something super romantic, really over the top, and I think you're going to love it. So let's get started. I'm going to go and put some floral foam in here, and I'll be right back. So I'm back. Magically, now we have foam in the box. Make sure your foam does not come too high up, because the point of this arrangement is to have everything contained within the box. So I've actually have a piece of floral foam sliced in half of the height in here. So it's only about this tall, because you want to make sure you can close the lid of the box once you have your flowers in. Today we're going to use these beautiful lavender hydrangeas that I have growing in my garden, and as well as these peony-like English roses called Jeff Hamilton. I chose these because they have kind of a low profile and a large diameter. I think that would show off beautifully. So it's all about textures, and the pink and lavender are just so sweet together. I think what women won't love that. So let's get started. I'm going to move this and just take hydrangeas from here. Hydrangeas are looking great. I've cut an assortment of fully blooming hydrangeas, as well as the tender, you know, half green, half lavender hydrangeas. I'm just going to start with these and just going to pave the whole thing with it. Pave means to kind of just fill up everything with it. I'm going to start in one corner and just work my way through. And I'll add the roses in later, kind of on top of the hydrangeas, because we want to make sure that we don't have any unfilled spaces. So it would be nice to just fill in with the hydrangeas first. And make sure you're covering the edges of the box. Not a light technique, but a very lush and beautiful presentation of flowers. Sometimes to do something really interesting for your clients, you have to think outside the box. In this case, we're going to think inside the box. I love using interesting containers, you know, the containers that you didn't think to use for flowers. I think that makes the most impact sometimes. Okay. Just gonna kind of mix it up. There's all these gradations of lavender and periwinkle. So beautiful. And you can adjust your stems to make sure that the arrangement doesn't sit too high. That the hydrangeas go all the way in. And I didn't put any water in here, because as you put stems into your floral foam, water will come out, and you can always add a little later. But like I said, in this paper box with the liner, you don't want water sloshing around, because the worst that could happen is, you know, it'll get the box wet and you'll have this unsightly blotch on the box. So I rather have it without any water right now. And a presentation arrangement like this really just has to last for the event. It doesn't need to last for days and days, or once you get it home, you can add water to this since we do have a nice deep reservoir for water. Okay. Okay, I think I've pretty much filled our box with these beautiful hydrangeas. Now I'm going to come back through and just cut the stems off of the Jeff Hamilton roses and put them in here. This is a wonderful idea for Valentine's Day. Instead of a dozen roses or 2 dozen roses or whatever amount of roses, I think this would be a much more impressive presentation of flowers instead of just roses, you know, long stem roses in a rose presentation box or in a wrapped bouquet. And if you're meeting your girlfriend in a restaurant, it's much easier to carry something like this. I'm just kind of adding the roses in. Make sure we cover everything. This is also a great type of arrangement if you don't have very long stemmed flowers. Like if you're cutting flowers from your garden and the stems aren't super long, you could definitely use them this way in a pave style. Sometimes, you know, something that is a disadvantage could become an advantage in design. I don't want the roses to look like they're in rows, so I'm going to mix it up a little bit, put some little buds in. I think I've seen like freeze-dried roses arranged in a box like this in stores at Valentine's Day. I don't think I've seen the fresh flowers like this. You could build interesting textures in here, and if you wanted to, a different aesthetic would be to use something like succulents or something. Although this sort of very polished, elegant box, I felt the roses and hydrangeas are a better choice. Anything that you feel like, any kind of plant material that, you know, the texture is important in showing it off. Okay. You know what, I have to set these deeper down because I think like the lid of the box might not close perfectly. Okay, there we have it. We have our lavender hydrangeas and roses in a really beautiful box. And here's the clincher. I have wired a ribbon onto a stake and we've put the engagement ring in the center. So now what we're going to do is cut the stake a little shorter, set this deep inside the arrangement, and you've got a proposal box. I'm just going to arrange the ribbon artistically in the box. And what girl wouldn't go crazy for a box of flowers with a diamond in the middle? Let's hope that this box closes. It does. And then you can tie it off. And then you are done. And so this is a box of roses with a engagement ring in the middle. I'm just going to call it a wedding proposal box. A wonderful idea for anniversaries. You could present other pieces of jewelry in here, or tickets, or anything sentimental in what I call a proposal box. Something really romantic and over the top. So guys, when you have something special you want to present, think outside the box, or in this case, inside the box. Please like and subscribe to my video, and I will see you next week with another video.